Pisces, welcome to your reading for January 31st through February 6th. This is the 12th sign, or the 12th time I've had to say that, because you're the 12th sign. I'm going in order from Aries all the way to Pisces. Some people like to jump around a little bit, but for me, I think it's just easier to keep things into a certain routine, a certain pattern, so that you don't forget where you are. Anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is James. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I've been developing my intuition for several years now. I've been reading tarot cards for a little over a year. So while I'm not I'm not a person who's been reading cards for my whole life, I have been developing my intuition. I'm very much in tune with my intuition. I have some even psychic intuition as well. And I have come into contact with a few different spirits. So that side of me has always been hidden from a lot of people, because it's not something that I'm willing to be open about, or at least I wasn't willing to be open about to a lot of people who I knew would be a little bit judgmental. But I'm coming out of the closet here, all right? Anyway, thank you for being here. If you enjoy this or found value in it, please like, share, and subscribe it. If you would like a one-on-one reading, there is a link in the description box below for you to do that. Otherwise, there are other things down below if you wish to support me in my channel. It's not an obligation whatsoever, obviously, but it will help me grow and expand on this, as I do love to give spiritual messages to people. I love having conversations spiritually, talking about ideas, expansion of concepts, dimensions, extraterrestrials, intuitive abilities, what people experience, soul growth, anything related to that, I love. I've gone through a lot of education myself as well in regards to that. So I've already shuffled these other decks, so I'm not going to do that. This first card here by itself is the overall essence, or the theme for the week, the overall energy, I should say. And these other three columns here are going to be events or happenings or things that could wind up playing out for you during this week, leading up to this week, during this week, and a little bit further on. So just the movement of energy is kind of like the idea here. And then once I get done reading these, I have some clarifiers for each column, so it gives me a little bit more information. So, all right. First off here, we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, for putting into context for the theme of the week, this is all about taking action and movement forward. This theme, it's such a common theme for like every sign, it seems. Movement forward. So it does tell us to not be super impulsive. If something doesn't feel right, don't do it. But if it does feel right, this card is a very positive card because it means fast action and fast movement, right? So you may start feeling a very fast energy that's coming up for you during this week or leading on into this week. If it does, go with it if it feels right. If it does not feel right, I would probably take a step back and kind of reanalyze the situation here. Seven of Swords. This is the first time I've had this card pop up so far during any of my readings. And the Ten of Wands. All right. So what I'm getting from that is the Seven of Swords can represent someone who is generally, it could be like a deceiving energy, whether you're deceiving yourself or deceiving somebody else, or somebody else is deceiving you. But it could also be someone who is kind of like taking what they have and running with it, right? You may have kind of felt like this energy right here is the Ten of Wands. So it's kind of like someone who has a lot of burdens, not always burdens, but taking on a lot of tasks, taking on a lot of things that may start trying to weigh you down a little bit. Just know that this is always an ending card. The tens are always ending something. So if you felt like someone has been sort of like not doing their fair share, or doing things that may be a little deceptive even, and this could start weighing you down, just know that energy does shift and there is some fast movement going on. So if a decision or something comes to you to help move that along, go for it, please. Do yourself a favor, move out of this deceptive energy. And it's like, I do kind of feel like this could be someone who you are dealing with, actually. Someone who may be trying to deceive you, someone who might be trying to be kind of like a trickster even, or just not really being themselves even. Someone who does something to try to get their own way, basically. Because, I mean, this card represented by someone taking the swords from the encampment and going with it, stealing them and just going with what he needs, right? Just know that something's coming to an end here. All right, so you may be having feelings of lack or scarcity. Maybe feeling like you're left out in the cold here. Five of Pentacles is like there's some sort of change in material prospects or aspects, really. So it could be money, it could be home, it could be anything related to material aspects. And you may feel like you're having some sort of loss in that respect. But the thing is you do have this Ace of Cups, which is great. So if you felt like you have been kind of left out in the cold, if you feel like you've haven't had the opportunity come up that you want, just know that something is coming towards you. This card is the Ace of Cups. It's definitely a card that brings emotional satisfaction. It could be a connection, even someone, an actual physical or a human connection, I guess, or it could be an animal. Whatever makes you happy, whatever is going to be presented to you is going to make you really happy after kind of feeling down and low. And it could be related to work, because the Three of Pentacles here is related to putting energy into some sort of project, your work, your job, some sort of realization that you're trying to accomplish here. But if you have been feeling a little overworked, that could be representing this as well. Things might start easing out a little bit, right? Movement forward, that's what the concept here is. But you're putting work into something, and it does involve teamwork. So it could be a job environment that does involve teamwork. It could be, if you're the more entrepreneurial type, it could be, working with somebody else that helps you in your business. Like my wife, I do the readings, she does the editing for the videos. That's the Three of Pentacles energy here, right? Someone who helps you out. Teamwork environment. And I'm going to clarify these, by the way, so just keep that in mind. Because it looks like there's going to be a lot of happiness coming in. This is the Sun card, a very, very positive card. Actually, the most positive card in the tarot deck. Because it follows the moon. The moon's all about going inside, kind of uncovering the darkness, the shadows of ourselves, and bringing them to light, and finally feeling free and illuminated because of that. And that's where the sun comes in. This is happiness, joy. Could be happiness in the job environment, the teamwork environment. You may be having a good time with other people as well, because you're finally starting to come out of this Five of Pentacles energy where it's like you've kind of been feeling low, financially even too. But there's opportunity coming in, probably more so related to job or finances. And it's definitely going to bring in a lot of happiness. Both of these cards are happy cards. Both of them. That's awesome. Three of Cups. Page of Cups. Okay, so it could be someone coming in. And the Tower. All right, so Three of Cups. This is all about celebration, all right? It could be the lack thereof, but it looks like because of these burdens being released and, you essentially getting what you need, whether it's, bringing to light someone who's being deceptive, or just the overall message that's being clear here is that just having what you need, right? Taking on what you need. It's releasing burdens, and it's going to allow you to celebrate. It's going to allow you to be able to have a little bit of fun even. So just keep that in mind. And this actually could be with other people too, right? So being able to have fun after a period of maybe not really having what you need, right? Next card here is the Page of Cups. So this opportunity, this Ace of Cups that's coming towards you, this emotional satisfaction, it either could be handed to you by someone else, someone of a youthful mindset or appearance. It could be a guy even. Or it could be an actual person coming in for you to create a new connection. So a new connection could be starting here, and the beginning of a new connection could be starting here, because the Page of Cups definitely represents someone who is who could be coming into your life. So if that has not happened yet, it definitely could starting this week, or you may start feeling a shift in that direction. Otherwise, it could just be someone who's actually bringing you like a cup, so to speak, an offering of some sort that's going to give you some sort of happiness. But there's a lot of happiness cards in here, so I gotta keep saying that. 3 of Pentacles and the Sun card. All right, so the outcome or the clarifying card here is the Tower. So either you already have experienced some sort of foundational shake, or you are going to experience the Tower moment. And because this clarifying card could be an outcome of what's to happen, it's kind of weird because you have the Sun card and you have the Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. So I'm actually wondering if it is not happiness coming in right here, this card could be signaling that something work-related is going to come out into the open, and it may shake you up to your core. It's a very, very vastly different meaning, but I'm kind of getting that now for some reason. And it could be related to this 7 of Swords as well, someone who's being a little deceptive. Just know that in the teamwork environment, keep in mind that something could be coming out to the light here that you may not have been fully expecting. And it's going to shake you up. Just know that what comes down was never stable or firm to begin with, and that it can be rebuilt, and it will be rebuilt because you have the drive. You have the Knight of Swords here. A lot of fast movement. And the Knight of Swords could represent news coming out too. It's really fast movement that comes from the news. All right, awesome. So the first card I drew here, this is the Moonology deck here, is the New Moon in Taurus. It says prosperity lies ahead. Generally, when I get this card, it does mean that there could be some kind of financial or material gain that's coming for you. If there's something that you've wanted to move forward on that you may not have had, you will have the assets and the resources to do so, because there's a new start coming, the new moon in Taurus. Taurus is like, it's all about money, wealth, self-preserving movement forward, stuff like that. So yeah, that's awesome. You got something coming towards you. A lot of people do though. Not to diminish that. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, so this is the balance card. This is the full moon in Libra. So if there is something coming out to the light here, like I was talking about, whatever ending comes to you, or whatever transition happens, there is going to be a win-win. All right, so that they're going to get what they want, and you're going to get what you want. So just keep that in mind. If you've been worried about things playing out a certain way, you will get what you want. That's going to benefit you, even if it doesn't look like exactly what you wanted. And then full moon in Pisces. Look at that. Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So anytime I get this card, I do always feel like it's talking about using your spiritual side in congruency with your practical side, being able to manifest the action, right? So if you've been a little bit too dreamy or fantasizing about things and not really putting stuff into action, because guess what? That's what Pisces does, right? We're all Pisces. Not we are. I'm not a Pisces. I'm a Cancer, but Pisces generally likes to be in their head a lot. They're very imaginative creatures. So if you've been too much into your head, into the imagination realm about how things are going to work, but not really putting any action into it, that's what this is saying, right? So put action into that dream of yours. Whatever it is you're fantasizing about, leaving, moving towards something, whatever it is, put action into it. I don't mean to sound too brash there, but anyway, that's how I work. So Pisces, I really appreciate you being here. Again, this is the first video of very, very, very many that are to come. I really hope you enjoyed it and this resonated with you. I don't know if I said this earlier in the beginning of the video, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. If I did, I'm sorry. Like, share, and subscribe. I got a little bit carried away there for a second. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. If you found value in this video, I am trying to grow and expand this platform because I love giving spiritual messages. But anyway, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.